Actually, maybe I'll throw this up real quick. Throw it up on the Facebook. Because we do a lot of talking here lately. The Oh, you should probably tell them every Monday, but it's not every Monday, you know? It's just supposed to be every Monday, but it's not every Monday. It happens that way on occasion, you know? But anyway, how is everybody out there doing? It is Monday, and I have not been as consistent as I would hope. However, we only missed the 1 week because we did technically get the other weekend, even though we were in Cincinnati at the Japanese Garden in the zoo. Nice styling, profiling, high riding. Anyway, how's everybody out there doing? We're back with the consistency meeting. We have started a new page called the Stone DM. It's not technically a new page; it's a little bit older, but we're doing a little more things on it, a little more consistently, I suppose would be a good word for it. And then we're just trying to keep our head above water here, float away. You know what I'm saying? But so we did this last week. But the week before we did a real short one. It was just about just trying to stay consistent. We did it on YouTube or over on Facebook, not on here. But it was mostly just, just trying to keep ourselves in the mode of consistency, keep ourselves moving. We were on the go, so, not a lot of time. And I found a nice little beautiful zenful area. So I thought, we'll throw it up right here real quick. But that was, we went to the football game, Bengals versus Ravens. Had a ton of fun. Me and my buddy Save Rio. And then we did a lot of exploring, did a lot of running around the city. Cincinnati has a shit ton to offer. They really do. A lot of really cool things, great things to see, a lot of murals, just fun places to visit, going down by the river, walking over the bridge, just going down by the stadium at night. They got the giant river out there. There's a park in the river, on the river walk. Just really cool locations to check out, just really cool bars to go run into. The first time we ever went to Cincinnati, they had this one bar called 16-Bit Arcade, and it went away after the first time we went there. It wasn't there. It turned into like a bowling type bar. But there was another one there this time, Level 1, I think it's called. But it started in another place, and this was, I think, the second location. And it's the same concept, arcade. You come in. Sometimes there's a cover, sometimes there's not. This time there was not a cover, and most of the games are free. Some of them cost like $1 or so, depending on if it's like pinball. They had a skee ball machine there, but a lot of the arcade games and stuff are just free. So that's awesome. So you just have a couple drinks and play some games. A lot of fun. We explored that. Um, we went to the Hard Rock, the casino, and checked out some of the displays and stuff they got there. Not really big gamblers, but we were really hungry one night, and we were like, well, my buddy was like, "Hey, I bet the casino's got a food place open," and they fucking did. And it was a Brickstone oven pizza, fantastic. Loved every second of it. We got up there. My buddy's like, "Hey, do you want to split one?" And I was like, "No, I'm eating the whole thing, whatever it looks like, however big it is all mine." Turned out it was kind of personal. It wasn't for him, but it definitely was for me. But yeah, we just ran around the city and checked a lot of things out. And then Ohio's got legal weed. This is not from Ohio, but they sell their dispensaries and stuff, sell it in very different sizes. Here's one of the containers. What is it? Does it say the... Yeah, right there. 2.83. And yeah, that's from Cincy. Oh, it's not going to focus. You fucker. Oh, there it is. Yeah, and that's from Cincy. We actually got to that dispensary right before it closed, and right before it got busy too. A whole bunch of people showed up after us. And walk-in is not great, but they have weird weights and stuff, so that was a lot of fun. And then I had to they don't sell pipes at a lot of the dispensaries, at least the ones that I went to. So we had to figure out where to find. Oh, and that's where this came from. This was from the Jungle Gyms. It is a giant grocery store that just has everything. I put up a bunch of pictures, but they have like the sheriff. They have like Robin Hood and the sheriff of Nottingham in like a tree, like just a giant display tree. They have like the Trix Bunny and Leprechaun for Lucky Charms, and like Honey Smacks Bee. I think like all of them playing like guitar and like instruments on top of the SS Minnow for Gilligan's Island. And then they just have sections upon sections upon sections of just different types of like countries' foods, and like just different offerings of foods like that. So that was super cool. A lot of fun to just check out, walk around, and like see different foods and like fruits and meats and stuff of the world. I found me some toothpaste with no fluoride in it, because you know that shit just be making people dumb. I don't want it, you know what I'm saying? So I found me some fluoride-less toothpaste. That's awesome. I think I got that from the India section. So that was a lot of fun. And then we went back to the zoo. The Cincinnati Zoo is a lot of fun. It's always got a lot of like really cool places to check out. They're rebuilding a whole new section for the bears and stuff. So that's going to be really cool to check out once they get that done. Hopefully we go back, you know. And they're building like a whole new Sahara Desert, safari area. They got a lot of that done, so that was really cool. We've been to the Cincy Zoo a couple times, you know, dicks out for Harambe, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, it's kind of a really nice place. I'm very conflicted on zoos. I understand the importance of them, but I also, you know, understand that it is animal prison. You know what I mean? Some of the animals do thrive there, like in Cincinnati specifically. I do know like a lot of their birds are technically unable to fly, not because of the zoo, but because of, you know, wild. Sometimes birds break wings and stuff and they can't recover. And like sometimes they're just too big. But like some of these birds are flightless at this point, so like they are protected and fed, and like, you know, so like I get the idea of a zoo. I just also understand the idea of a zoo. You know what I mean? Especially when you get into like the SeaWorld shit. Like, I ain't never been to no SeaWorld though. Like, I don't know nothing about all that. Man, that's just Cincinnati. That's a lot of fun, and we're staying consistent. We're getting our workouts and stuff in. Maybe not as much as we should be. We're not as dialed in as we were. I kind of lost a little bit of just a little bit of something in me, and I was kind of just trying to figure it out. I think I'm back on the verge of stacking them wins. Oh, I need to do something real quick. I need to do a couple things real quick, actually. Who would have guessed? Well, we'll do that other thing here in a minute instead of right now. But Jungle Gyms is super fun. The supermarket place, it's so big. We didn't even really get to explore all of it, but like all the different sections have different country stuff, and like it's honestly just a lot of fun to explore. I found a cool like hound dog who sings "You ain't nothing but a hound dog," and he dances and shit, and he's got like the whole Elvis get up on, and he's like a dog, and it's super cool. He's animatronic, and that's in like the candy section. And then the candy section, the shelvings were bumper cars turned into shelves, like legit too. So that was really surprising. And then they got like all the different jerkies and stuff, and then they got like their own little place where they they got their own little place where they can butcher the meat, cheeses, wines, beers, everything. They had the cheese section is just insane itself. And like, we got a lot of different Italian cheeses and stuff, like just crazy. Goat cheese, all the different types of cheeses. And then one of the restrooms looks like 2 porta potty doors, but they open up. One, obviously goes to the women's, and the other one opens up, goes to the men's. So that was a really fun touch, and that was over by the alcohol section. So that was just a lot of fun play on the situation. But it's like 6 acres. That's where I got the bowl. They sold bowls. It's not great, but it is orange. Go Cincy. And then they also sold I can't find it right now, but they also sold pre-roll joints. So I got me some Pineapple Express. But I kept the container because I thought it was cool. But yeah, so Jungle Gym sold alcohol and weed, and yeah, so that was really cool. But yeah, the game sucked, leading the whole time. Bengals look good. Bengals look good. Bengals look good. Ravens keep giving it to them. Boom, Ravens steal it from them in overtime. Like, damn, heartbreaker. And I kind of feel bad because I always take away from my buddy because, like, he likes the Ravens. He wants to celebrate his team, and I'm just such an asshole. I can't ever just let anything be, So I either got to bitch or make a thing out of it, and I feel bad, but it is who I am. It's unfortunate. And then D&D is going super great. We have really fleshed out this little town that we're in called Fort Runoft, and they've been here for a couple days. Well, I mean, a couple sessions. I think they've actually only been here for like 3 days, 2 days. But they've really fleshed it out, done a lot of things, let this town kind of grow and build around what it because it was supposed to be like just a quick stopping point. But they're having a lot of fun with it. They're really making it work. I really enjoy where we're at and what we got going on. So it's really exciting. They have really got into fleshing out the area too. Kind of some of the things that I thought that maybe they weren't gonna go looking into, they really have. Because I have the area set up to where we have a few different forces working together, but also against each other. So like, depending on what they find, how they ask, and what they get into, there's a couple different situations for them to handle it. Go check us out, All Bear Crew, over on YouTube. Well, here on YouTube, we play most Wednesdays. We have been playing in the world of Mirage that I have created with them, and I think we have 11 sessions of a fully homebrew world and campaign. This is our first time doing a full homebrew. I think we are all doing really well with it. I think we're all having a lot of fun with the contingencies that I've laid out as far as like how the world works, and we're still learning a lot about it. But instead of just knowing it all and then getting into it, we're learning as we go. But also, they're learning, but I'm also learning from them. So it's really changing the game. And it's really making the world come to life in a very different way than just what I could imagine. Because the great thing about D&D is it is collective storytelling. And in this, we get to tell this story together. So I really like to take their input, whether they realize it or not, and flesh the world out into something. So while we've been in this one little town, it has grown into a little bit more than what it was even supposed to be. So now when we get to go out of here, venture into more places, we get to let that stuff grow as well. Like I have the whole continent that they're on drawn up, cities mapped out. Well, not the city itself, but where the city is mapped out. Like Fort Runoft is a hunting village that just continued to grow, and they're on the like one of the larger lakes of the land. So a lot of their buildings, while they're also cut wood, it's a lot of driftwood and stuff like that they've built out of too, because it's such a dangerous land. Building homes sometimes is a thing you have to do more than once, maybe even once a year, So they kind of got used to that, and as the town grew, they just continued that process of building. And now it's a small town of like 400 at most, but nobody's ever always there. So like there's that. But yeah, so go check out the All Bear Crew. We got a lot of really fun things coming up. And then we're doing like a Halloween thing. So I don't know if we're going to be playing an actual session. We might play a different game or just like have a fun one-off night. Either way, it's a great group of people. Go check them out. Check us out. And then two of them are playing the new Silent Hill, the Silent Hill 2 remake or whatever, Do or Die over on, here on YouTube. So give them a check out if you like that game or if you like gameplay. And just keep yourself consistent, set some goals, really push yourself into keeping up with, not even if it's hard, just something consistently every day, and then evolve that into a little bit more, a little bit more, and a little bit more. And eventually you'll have yourself a nice little routine, and you'll be making progress every day, and then the things around you will just start to blossom, man. It's how I've done it. It's how I'm going to continue to do it. Once again, I kind of fell off for a little bit, but we are making those stack backs up again. We're still doing the count 'em up challenge. Today is going to be 13. I haven't done it yet, but we're definitely going to be getting that done. And then we got our weekly pick'ems. I am all over the place with those. Football this season is all over the place. It's a shit ton of fun to watch. And just making the picks is a lot of fun. Go ahead, drop in, check those out. Let me know what I'm getting right. Let me know what I'm getting wrong. Let me know who you're cheering for. What kind of teams are we looking for? Are you already making Super Bowl picks? Either way, it's a lot of fun. We just want to, stay consistent. We want to keep progressing ourselves forward, no matter what that means, every day. And find some hobbies, find some cool people. Get out in the world. Make sure you get that sun, touch some grass. You know what I mean? And don't go too crazy, because there's a lot of weird information going around right now, and a lot of it that might seem false is true, and a lot of it that seems true is false. You know what I mean? I know a lot of people have been judging a lot of my political critiques here lately, but kind of just is what it is. I don't understand how everybody can be so complacent with having someone who is given to them as a nominee instead of someone who is actually picked. But I mean, that it is what it is, and that ain't. But I mean, that it is what it is, and that ain't for here. Conspiracies and shit like that are for another day, but I got a lot of them. Tell me what you think about these poor people. Make sure you find out what you can and help the people of North Carolina. But other than that, don't forget to smile, y'all.